In December 1951, I started work at 15 at British Ropes in Roker Avenue, which made rope and cords for Sunderland ships. Sunderland had once been the largest shipbuilding town in the world, and it was still very busy. A big part of my job was taking notes from the office to the factory, and then, when the bell rang over my desk, going back to get the reply. The cord mill is the place which is clearest in my mind. It was at least 4 stories high, and the noise from the machinery was so loud that the whole building shook all the time. All these machines were operated by women who wore blue overalls with hessian aprons on the top, and sharp knives on lengths of cord dangled from their waist. The noise was too loud for speech, so the women communicated by a series of hoots. For example, if the works manager came in the bottom end, as it was called, the hooting started off quietly, gathering strength as he reached the top. The hemp dust floated down like snow. The girls' hair and eyelashes were covered in it. It was like Christmas all the time. The rope walk was fascinating to my eyes. It seemed about 1/4 of a mile long. Then there was the loom room, which clackety-clacked all the time, where multicoloured mats were made. Eventually, I no longer went into the factory but stayed in the office, and time went on. One day I was waiting for a bus in the Newcastle Tea Company doorway, across the road from us. It was pouring with rain, and I had my plastic mac and pixie hood on, when a young man came across the road and stood in front of me. He was tall and very brown. "Remember me?" he asked. It was Fred, who was there on the day I started. And he was one of the last people to be called up. He was back after 2 years in Egypt. Lots of people came from the ropery to our wedding, and I left when our children were born, but Fred remained there until it closed. Then he moved to the wire side of the organisation. They put a furniture shop in place of our office. Nothing was left of the work and the ghosts and the fun, or so I thought, but I was wrong. On your way out today, if you look on your left-hand side, past the lion in the big window, you will see a very thick rope in a very big glass case. I passed that every day for years in the works manager's office.